Hey, what's up, dudes and dudettes? Brad the Fixologist here. As you can see outside, spring is in full bloom and it's time to start mowing again. And what I thought we'd do today is open up my garage. We're gonna do a little bit toward trying to clean up some stuff. This spring I've collected some things. Late last year I collected some things. You can already see some lawn mowers peeking out down here. There was some that I stored from last year under the trampoline there. And I've just got some random stuff that I've picked up off the curb here and there. I'm gonna kind of clean this up and get rid of some stuff. And with the first mow of the season, I thought what we would do is take a look at this thing. This was sent to me by a company. This is an AX160 jump starter. This is one of those packs that has the jump starter and also a tire inflator in one. I've tested out the jump starter pack and it works like a treat. I've tested it out a couple times on my wife's SUV, so it's already been open. We had to use it a couple times actually, and it came in real handy. Nice case that you can store it in, put it in your vehicle. Really nice to have around. Again, jump starter and air compressor in one. This thing is kind of cool because it actually will inflate the tires to a prescribed PSI you want the tires at. So it will go up to 150, it claims. And the jump starter is good for up to 3,000 amps. It has a light built in, so if you're on a dark road or something at night, you have a light to see by. But yeah, it's really simple. If you want to inflate a tire, you basically screw this on here. If you want to use it as a jumper pack, you're ready to jump. So I thought we'd try and inflate the lawnmower tires, get those up to spec, and maybe get some mowing done. We've got some really high grass that's starting to happen, so yeah, let's check it out. I need to clean my window, geez. Yeah, man, spring cleaning time is here. Oh yeah, it's lovely out here, but you can see what I'm talking about. You can see all of the collection. And under this tarp, we've also got a lawnmower. This was sent to me by the Lizard, apparently. The same company that has sent me a generator and a snowblower in the past. Here's the snowblower. You might remember the video on that. But we're going to test out this lawnmower on part of the yard. I'm not sure which part we're going to do, but we're also going to pull out the John Deere for the first mow of the season too. Get it out, get it cleaned up, get the tires aired up, check the oil in it, all that good stuff. Make sure it's ready to go for the season. But look at this. I mean, obviously I have a lot of work to do in here. I've got more blowers and trimmers and vacuum cleaners that we're gonna fully service coming up in the next probably 2 or 3 months. A lot of these we'll get around to. We got a lot of projects, so let's get to it. This snowblower can go in the trash, but I want to salvage the motor out of it because it's a good motor that's in there. So, I'm not exactly sure how to get to it. The motor runs, but the blade doesn't spin on this thing. Yeah, I don't know, but there is a good motor in there. I'm going to pull that motor out. Actually, we'll plug it in and see what it's doing. It's been outside for months, so. But I do want to see what it does. I'm just really curious. This thing's been straight up outside for months. I'll be very surprised if it does anything good. See, strong motor. Just nobody home on the blade front. If you can see the blades. Okay, belt is thrown. That's what it is. It's just a thrown belt. Look at that. It's just the belt thrown. I mean, you want to talk about easy fixes? My God, it's a belt. It's a thrown belt. Holy crap! There's a tensioner. There it is, boys. Look at that. Thrown belt. Wow. How about that? Let's walk it back on there a little bit. Okay. Belt's on, tensioner's on. Let's see what it does now. Should work. Okay, so change of plans. I can't in good conscience throw it away now. Yeah, let's see. I'll try to give this away to a neighbor since it works. Okay, so I'm 1 for 1 already on the season. First thing I've tried to fix. It's back. This little bike right here, this is an electric, and I found it on the curb, and I parked it outside, and I shouldn't have done that because that has probably now destroyed the main brain, not to mention the contacts and everything. Brakes still work. We could try to fix this at some point, give it away to a kid. The last one I had I gave away, and the kid was really happy with it, so. Some of these trimmers already work, some of them do not. This pressure washer right here, this will be a repair at some point. Now the moment of truth on our little air pack. See, it's giving me a range for cars. Let's do bicycle. No, bicycle's way too high. Basketball maybe? Yeah, basketball will get it. Maybe I should have read the instructions. There it goes. What's going on here? I got up to 1. Okay, I'm going to leave it at about 14 PSI because I think that's about where it's supposed to stay. We'll see if this thing can do all 4 tires. Yep, got flat tires on the front too. Max inflation 24 PSI. Here's the only problem I see with these packs. They don't really have enough instantaneous pressure to pop on a bead that's coming off. If it's a real bad bead, it won't pop it into place. That's it. 24 is max. All right. That one still had a little bit of air in it. It's got 11 in it right now. There we go. Now this one, yeah, max inflation 14 PSI. It's actually already at 16. We won't hit it with anything. We'll leave it alone. But that's pretty cool. So it's got the, obviously it's got a built-in gauge, pressure gauge, in addition to be a jump pack. And we might need the jump pack. I'm not sure if this, we might need it, because this battery may be dead or dying. I still don't have the starter shimmed correctly on this, so I have to move the flywheel to get it going, get it engaged. I might need the jumper pack. You're not really supposed to do this unless it's fully boosted, but unless it's fully charged. But I'm gonna try it. Okay, so all of that activity took it down about halfway on the battery, and it took me a minute to start that. So yeah, man, not bad, not bad at all. This is a cool little unit. If you don't have one like it, you should definitely pick something like this up. This is an AsperX AX160. Okay, so she's back to a running order. All right, when this was delivered, it was delivered in the middle of a rainstorm, and so it got very wet, and the guy who delivered it put it way back here by my garage, thinking that it would be partially sheltered, which I appreciate, but I didn't notice that it was back here for a couple days as a result. So it had been rained on for a couple days straight, and this was, I mean, historic rains at the time. So, you know, I don't know what kind of shape the accessories and stuff are going to be in, but the lawnmower should be fine. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's got a bagger. Okay, I didn't realize it was going to have a bagger. That's cool. Alright, so this should have shipped with no oil. So we've got the oil, we've got the discharge, the side discharge, we've got an oil funnel, and it's got a little bit of water on the outside, but not on the inside. Our paperwork's still dry. Yep, paperwork's still dry for the most part. That's good. There's our oil specs. 10W30, 13.5 fluid ounces. Okay. Always check the bottom of your box. I've got this, and I've got a missing bolt. With any luck, it's under here, but there's a big hole there that could have fallen out of it too. And I don't see it. I don't see it. There's a bolt that should go in here, and it's missing. It was too loose when they shipped it, so it's gone. I wonder if I might have one like it. Oop. Well, that's why, because there's a nut on it. Okay, so the nut's in there. Okay. Well, there's one kind of inconvenience right there off the bat, so missing a bolt. Let's see what I've got. I might have a bolt like that. I know I have one, but is this it? Okay. This bolt turned up the other day, and I didn't know where I got it, but I thought it came with that drum kit, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe what the hell? That's the one. That's it. Okay, so this has the quick snaps that allow you to fold this down quickly, which is nice. You should be able to get these just tight enough that they will still loosen quickly. Let's see. When it's loose, you want it to be able to fold. So something like Yep, something like that. Right. Okay, so it can fold down quickly if you're storing it, but it can also very quickly tighten down, but that's, I gotta loosen it a bit. And I'm betting these are gonna break eventually because it doesn't feel, I would not push out here on the edge, even though that gives you more leverage. I would push right up here because that's gonna keep it from breaking. If this was metal, this would be a great idea, but this plastic, I don't think so. Again, what do I know? I'm not an engineer. I can't believe I found that bolt. I don't want to turn the engine over without oil, so it has already run. There's going to be, they should have broken it in. Yeah, it's had oil in it, so it should have had a break-in run at the factory. You know, at least for a minute or so, it probably did. But we'll still have to change the oil rather quickly this first time because it's still breaking in. There'll be all kinds of garbage in there. What does this come with? It comes with a spark plug tool, a couple of retaining clips, which I don't know what these are for. Maybe this. Is this what they're for? Probably. Yeah, gotta be for that. 13.5 fluid ounces or 400 milliliters. So it'll take the whole bottle. Wheels. Wheels are plastic. They're, plastic doesn't survive long in the sun, so you definitely don't want to store this outside because this will be, plastic gets brittle as you leave it outside, and these will end up breaking off if you're not careful with them. I mean, most mowers now, they are plastic wheels. 9 out of 10 of them are anyway. So even ones that are made 15 years ago, they were plastic wheels even then. So, but these are all plastic, the tread and all. They used to put plastic hubs with rubber tires on there, or pads, I guess you could say, hard rubber. But those days are kind of over for most mowers, especially as they've moved to the newfangled ones. You don't like that Ryobi back there. You see that blue Ryobi? It's all plastic wheels too. Just is what it is. It's kind of the state of the art today. I use the term art loosely. That just pops on? Okay, that doesn't even screw on, it just pops on. I guess it avoids confusion as to whether or not you're supposed to screw it on to check it. So I guess that's good. I don't know why I have a second one of these. But okay. There it is anyway. This is gasoline. This is not mix. We don't need much. Okay, this does have a primer, and let's make sure we got an air filter. Sure we do. Yep, brand new air filter. Alright, let's primer and go. There is no shutoff valve. That's one omission. I wish they'd put a shutoff valve in there. It wouldn't have cost them, but a few cents to do. And they could have stuck it right there. It would have been nice to have, but it's not the end of the world. Just remember to run your gas out at the end of this mowing season. I'm going to push this more than 3 times. There we go. Push it a few times. Okay, like I said, this has a side discharge chute. We're not going to use this today. We are going to use the bagger, though. I want to see how it bags. You know what? On second thought, I'm not going to use the bagger today. I'm just going to mulch with it. And I'm not going to. There's a side discharge as well, so you have the 3 options. You can discharge, you can mulch, or you can bag. Today, we're just interested in mulching. I'm going to go over what we've already done. Oh, there's a lizard. Where'd he go? There he is. The little skink. Hello, skink. Okay, a nice padded handle here, which you don't get a lot. The wheel bearings seem okay. It's not the easiest thing in the world to push, but it is. It's not real heavy either. I'm gonna mulch up this yard we just did, so you can see a lot of just track marks and stuff. I'm just gonna run over it once, and I'm gonna also hit these areas up here close to the house. First start. See how we do. Let's see how we do. Just give it a couple turns. Make sure the oil. I just want to make sure that, I mean, that's easy. I barely pulled on that and it started right up. It actually started before I wanted it to. I didn't even want it to start that quickly, and it did. I mean, watch this. I did not check the height. I just took off without checking the height. These are probably shipped really low, aren't they? Yeah, it's shipped on the lowest setting, so I'm going to put it up a couple notches somewhere in the middle. They're trying to keep the profile low for shipping, so I'm going to set it up to about right there. Let's roll with that. We're leaking gas. Why are we leaking gas? Why are we leaking gas? The seal not sealing properly or something? It's not. We got gas. We made a huge mess. Okay, it's not wanting to tighten down. It's not wanting to tighten down. That gas cap is garbage. It's got that thing that prevents you from over tightening, but it's not allowing you to tighten it all the way down, and I've spilled half a tank of gas out. Well, it looks like that solved it. It's not leaking gas anymore, but yeah, it still sucks that it was doing that. Okay, we're gonna do this yard next, and you can see I haven't mowed it yet this spring, so it's got, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of growth in spots. So probably 6 more, so like 6 to 8 inches in spots. So we'll see how it does over here. It's probably going to do fine. The real test is going to be back here, because this is where I've got the thickest grass. It grows like crazy back here, and I've got a lot of crabgrass, and just see all this. So this is going to be the real test back here in this part of the yard. So this is a before, and we'll shoot an after shot from this spot as well. Look at this, it's still spewing gas. It's still spewing gas. I don't get it. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. This is a PowerSmart and I'll put the exact model down in the description, but this is the one that has the side discharge and also the bagger, and it also mulch. I think they got a 10% off discount on these if you want to go grab one. My final thoughts: needs a better gas lid. The plastic wheels, I'm not real fond of plastic wheels on mowers, but it's kind of the way things are now. Pretty much almost impossible to get away from these days unless you go old school. But yeah, decent mower. It's fairly light, which it needs to be in order to you know, not have any kind of self-assist. And speaking of which, I'd kind of forgotten how spoiled I was until mowing with this thing, because I'm used to being on a rider or with a mower with self-assist. So I did not notice if this was here beforehand, but this is already split. I don't know how that happened. I don't think I did it. I think it was maybe done in shipping inside the box or something. While these are a great idea, they're not metal, so I think probably one day these are going to end up breaking. That's just my guess. Most stuff that's plasticky like this, it does end up breaking in my experience, especially if you're putting a lot of force on it. So if you get one of these, be careful with this piece right here. Just make sure either you don't use it a lot, or when you do use it, push from down here instead of way out here, because you'll end up bending or breaking this. The missing bolts would have been nice if that wasn't missing. So from the factory, it would be nice when they fold this down, if they tighten those bolts back down so they don't rattle loose. The gas cap, that stupid gas cap. I don't know why have regulators destroyed gas cans, gas caps of all types. I don't get it. But in the last 30 years, you cannot find a gasoline can or cap that works. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But it's just spewing everywhere. This whole front piece right here, this plastic bit, these have a tendency to also break at times, but it keeps them from using more metal, which makes it a little bit lighter, particularly when it's a full push mower with no assist. The motor seemed like it had plenty of power. No problems with that. I don't foresee that having a problem. And it looks like it's kind of modeled after Honda, more or less. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Be sure to join me over on Locals. I've been doing a lot more trash picking videos and stuff, and picking up things, talking politics while I do it. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, talking about the news of the day while looking through other people's garbage, join me over on Locals. I'll put a link down in the description. And for now, see you all later.